Jared, start with just this defense overall. You've been part of a few of them now, so where's this defense compared to past ones?
Like comparatively?
Yeah.
I would say this is definitely one of the most fun defenses I've been a part of. Everyone's explosive, everyone's fast, everyone's hungry. It's really exciting. And it's just fun to wake up every morning, go out there, practice with them, and get better.
Are they better? Are they different?
I would say they're different, specifically because we've been together for a while. The chemistry's a little better. You know, we move around a little faster in linebacker, secondary, D-line, experienced, older guys. So I feel like we're all starting to fit the scheme.
Where's your comfort level with this defense?
I would say extremely high. You know, this will be my 4th year on this defense. You know, my experience is really set in. I'm learning what moves to do with certain sets, how to really put forth my talent towards the scheme and maneuver that to make myself more productive.
That bandit position it's a unique position. There's certain skill sets you got to have in that position. Describe what you think the perfect bandit is in this defense.
Well, I would say the perfect bandit is someone who can rush and affect the quarterback, someone who could drop back and affect the pass game, someone who can fit the run, someone who can set the edge or fit inside, you know, run gaps. It's like a mixture of a DN, an inside linebacker, and a nickel. So
you described a complete football player.
That's what the bandit is.
Bandit is.
Yes, sir.
What did you most naturally do well at this position, and what has taken you the longest to kind of get comfortable with and get better at?
I would say naturally, pass rushing was really something that came naturally to me. As far as being on the edge, when I first came here, that was the most simple thing that I could learn. The drops and coverages, I would say that took a little time for me to learn, mainly because when I was in high school, I wasn't really a drop back cover guy. I played mostly DN. The run fits, as far as like an inside linebacker when I'm in the box, it took me a little while to learn that, but I'd say I picked it up quicker than the pass coverage side.
Do you like this position?
I love it. It's fun sacking the quarterback.
All the guys that we've had up here, a lot of them that emphasize the speed being one of its biggest strengths. Is that something that you would necessarily agree with?
Absolutely. That's actually the first thing I said. The speed, sideline to sideline, in the gaps. You got Lee Koba, you got Dante, you got Taj, Lance. We're all very fast guys, very explosive guys in the front seven. So I'm excited to see how that plays out this year.
This position has kind of morphed over Neil Brown's career, the way that he's used the bandit at Troy and at here, different places. Has it changed much for you, what you're being asked to do now from your first year until now?
From my first year until now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it's necessarily changed. It's just I'm an older player, and I guess I would say more so they trust me more with certain things, whereas when I was a freshman playing, I didn't really know how to play those things, and I wouldn't say it'd be a good idea for a coach to put a player in a position in which they can't succeed, you know what I mean?
For you to succeed this year, is it consistency? What is it that you need to do? Because you had explosive games last year. You just want to do it on a game-by-game basis?
Yes, sir. The way I've been practicing lately is taking it day by day. Once you establish consistency and continue to play at a high level, good things happen. So that's just my mindset right now.
Thoughts on the defensive line? We got a lot of guys. AJ's trying to work in a lot of guys. What do you see from that group?
I'd say we got depth, more so than we have in the past. A lot of guys that can come in and rotate and produce just as much as the front guys do the first guys. Sean Martin, for example, Linnell Carr, Jalen Thornton, guys who have been coming along as the years have gone and progressed at talent level. So I'm excited to see how that plays out too.
What do you see from Dante?
What do I see from Dante? Same as always, explosiveness. I love that.
What about Linnell? You and he are sort of sharing that spot. So where's he now in his development?
Linnell's come pretty far, I can say. I've actually learned a couple of things from Linnell as far as like hand placement, how to use my hands more. And he's learned things like me from getting like a good get off, good speed. That the intangibles that we didn't have, we used to help each other get better.
How many snaps can you play at that position? Because there's an intensity level. You can't go 80 or 90, I would think.
That's an interesting question. In TCU, for example, I think I played 65 snaps. Another example would be like Iowa State, where I played like 35, but I would say it depends on the team we play. I know we have guys who are better fitted for certain formations and stuff like that, personnel style and things like that. So I guess it just depends. But if you're asking me personally, I think I can play every snap. But
Were you exhausted against TCU playing that many? I mean, would you be more effective if you play you get a little bit of a break?
I suppose you could say that.
But you don't want to.
Nah, no breaks, no breaks.
You don't want to tip them off that you want to break.
Coach Leslie mentioned last week, I think, that Lee only took about a day to kind of be someone who the team looked at as a leader. Let's talk about his development this season and where he's at right now.
Could you repeat that question?
Coach Leslie mentioned last week that Lee Koba only took about a day to turn into somebody who guys were looking at as a leader, as a voice. So if you could just kind of go through where he's at and what you've seen from him so far.
I would say the best traits that I've seen from Lee is, from the leadership standpoint, is how hard he works. Someone who comes into here every single day and works hard is obviously going to be someone that someone looks up to, especially younger guys, older guys from his position. I know he came from a JUCO. He came from Syracuse, and he went through everything that he went through, and that's admirable to see somebody to continue to push every single day. That's a good leadership trait.
Looking forward to the scrimmage tomorrow. I know there's only so much tackling you're allowed to do these days, and a lot of the things you do are form or thud or whatnot, but tomorrow is a day when you get to tackle and play football. You're looking forward to that, and what are you looking to get out of it?
Good work, being in game type situations in which you can get better. You can't hit every single day in practice, so the times that you do, you got to take advantage of those opportunities and get better.
Anything else for Jared?
You're doing a lot of different drills now on tackling form. Notice the, hit, wrap and roll today, and, stripping the ball and all those things. Is it difficult to put all those things together when you do get out in live situations? Saying, okay, I got to snap my hips, I got to, go through impact, putting all those things together. Is that a little more difficult because you don't have a chance to hit a lot?
I wouldn't say it's difficult, because when you work drill work all the time, it becomes second nature. And when you get put in situations like that, it just comes to you and you just do it. So I wouldn't say it's difficult at all.
Anything else for Jared? Okay, thank you very much, Jared.
Thank you.